Hey, gonna wait a few minutes. I meant to do this whole chat on last Thursday, but it turned out instead I decided to get a tree in my roof and lose power for 4 or 5 days. So it made it really hard, but together we can get over the hard things and talk about ginger and how you can use it for your gut health and why gut health is so important and all of those kinds of fun things. So, hey, I'm glad you're here and you're showing up live. I know I've been talking a lot lately about gut health and why it's so important. And I just figure we'll take a little bit of time and go over that quickly. And as you show up, if you just want to say hey and where you're from, and if there's anything particular that you hope you're going to learn from this, I'd love to hear about it. Yeah, ginger is amazing for gut health overall. It's got a lot of fantastic anti-inflammatory properties. It's super warming. It actually helps to improve the entire digestive process. There's been some studies that have shown, hey, Heart Skincare, good to see you. There have been some studies that have shown that those that ingest ginger on a more regular basis are able to empty their stomachs and do the digestive process even that much faster. So it's really nice and warming. Also, it gets that digestive fire really, really nice and revved up. So that you can have healthy digestion. Carrie, so glad you're here. I think you get super show up bonuses in life here. So yeah, as I was just saying, this was initially scheduled for last Thursday at 3, but I live up in Oregon on beautiful Mount Hood, and we experienced some pretty epic storms that resulted in a tree in my bedroom and no power for quite a few days. So it made it really challenging to do this talk. But for those of you that have tuned in to a few of these talks, you'll notice that I'm talking a lot about gut health and digestive health overall. And there's a lot of great reasons for it. One, our digestive system is so important to take care of. It's responsible for bringing in all of the food and the nutrients into your body and all of the herbs. I talk about herbs all the time, but without a healthy gut, these herbs cannot do as much for you and your body as they could if you did have a healthy gut, because your digestive system needs to be in optimal condition for herbs to have an even greater effect. So really it comes into food and plants as medicine, not just herbal medicine. Which is really cool because ginger is commonly used as a food, and we'll totally talk about that kind of stuff. I'll be referring to my notes a lot just so I make sure I don't ramble on too much and get on too many tangents like the tree in my bedroom, things like that. Yeah, Heart Skincare is definitely crazy weather. I love that kind of stuff though, to be truthful. So, yeah, so our gut also has its own, you've probably heard that it's got like its own brain. There are over 100 million neurons connected from the mouth to your anus. Sorry, I'm getting myself some ginger tea with a little holy basil ginger combo. If you're drinking tea, let me know what you're drinking. So that's crazy. There are as many neurons in your gut as there are in your lower brainstem, which, wow. You think about when you say, I've got a gut feeling, that's true. It's like a real thing. And your gut, did you know that it's responsible for 40 to 50% of the hormone production of serotonin, which is a neurotransmitter that's in charge of your mood? So a healthy gut can often lead to a brighter, healthier smile in life, which who the heck doesn't need that these days, right? I think it's so important. Also, 60 to 70% of your immune cells come from your gut. 60 to 70% of your immune system. Here is my co-star. This is Amira Dolores. She is queen of the forest, and despite me begging her not to show up in the live, she did it anyways. Ivan chai with rose hips and blood orange. That sounds really nice with fireweed. So is it just fireweed, rose hips, and blood orange that you're drinking right now, Carrie? Because that sounds amazing. Anyways, gut health is super important and we all know it. And it's essentially lifestyle changes that need to happen to get optimal gut health. So let's chat about how we can use food and plants as medicine via ginger. I think ginger is absolutely amazing for its anti-inflammatory properties, for its carminative properties, for its warming properties. It really gets the circulation going, even to the gut, and warm up that gut and the digestive fire. And it's just talked about so much for inflammation these days, and I can't blame people for that at all. Did you know that ginger is not a root? Raise your hand if you knew that. Let me know. Ginger is not a root, it's the rhizome. Yes, when you go into the grocery store, oftentimes you see a ginger root, or people commonly call it ginger root, but it's really the rhizome. Not a big deal. Just a fun little fact that I figured I'd toss in there while we talk all about ginger some more. Ginger is native to Southeastern Asia, India, and China. It's been used for its medicinal properties for over 2,500 years. Confucius even wrote about it way back when, about 2,500 years ago. I find that to be so awesome and bizarre. The Romans began importing ginger from China about 2,000 years ago, but it was really, really expensive and hard to get there. So they kind of kept it just to the Mediterranean regions where it wasn't so hard to get to. And then around the 16th century, the Spanish explorers began introducing it to the West Indies, Mexico, and South America. And then they began exporting it back to Europe. And then it became so popular over there that it was like salt and pepper on the table. It was always there. Even in English pubs, they would have a sprinkling of ginger to put on people's beer so that it tasted better. Maybe it improved the digestion. Are you guys listening to my yoga music too? I just realized that. I've got that going on my computer. So tell me if you can, you hear my yoga music. I'm going to turn it off. It helps me focus when I'm at work, but apparently not right then. Hey, Anira, thank you very much. Can you go play with your magnetiles, please? Please don't hang on me so hard. It's really distracting. Thank you. I love you. You can hang out next to me, but don't yank on me, please. Sorry, I get easily distracted. Hi, Lindsay. Thanks for loving my teas. They love you too. I was just talking about ginger, and if you're a registered dietitian, I bet you know a lot about this good stuff. Yeah, so let's talk about why it's so great for the gut. It's what's called a carminative. So a carminative is an herb that is typically very aromatic, so very fragrant, and it helps to disperse gas and bloating and tummy upset overall. It also, and if you weren't here when I mentioned that ginger is really great for getting rid of the food in your stomach faster, it promotes healthy digestion. If you're somebody who's dealing with like constipation or extreme bloating and gassiness, or you get really tired after you've eaten and you just get that like, I just ate so much kind of feeling, you might want to consider some ginger in your life. That could be really helpful. It's also a spasmolytic for the intestines. So your intestines are smooth muscle tissue, and a spasmolytic helps to alleviate the spasms. So if you think about a smooth muscle tissue of your intestines, think about a snake. Think about when a snake is trying to eat a rabbit and you see its body do those wave-like motions going down to like push the rabbit, the food down. That's what the muscles of your digestive system are doing. And when there's too many spasms going on in there, that can promote some problems. So that is where ginger can come into play as a spasmolytic. It just relaxes and soothes your intestinal muscles. Ginger also inhibits several inflammatory compounds. So it's rich in gingerols, which are very, very powerful anti-inflammatories. They inhibit the formation of your cytokines, which are these chemical messengers within your immune system that have this cool job of going out and shouting out, hey, there's a pathogen or a foreign invader around. Let's get busy and get ready to fight. The inflammation fighting properties of the gingerols are why researchers believe that people with rheumatoid arthritis and osteoarthritis see such a reduction in their pain levels when they take ginger. So the gingerols are super cool. Do you guys want to hear about some studies? Oh, I see this is so interesting. Thank you. So I'm going to drop some studies on you then, just by that comment, Heart Skincare. I wish I knew your first full name, but it's cool. I can deal with it, and I probably do, and I'm just not paying enough attention. But as far as gingerols go, there was a study done with 7 different patients that had rheumatoid arthritis, and they were taking conventional drugs to alleviate the pain and discomfort and inflammation from their rheumatoid arthritis. But they only found temporary or moderate pain relief, and then it would just come back. Hey, Hannah, thank you. So with these 7 patients, one of them took 50 grams a day of ginger that they had used the fresh root and used to lightly cook. And then the other 6 took either 5 grams of fresh ginger or 1 gram of the powdered ginger daily. All of the patients reported dramatic improvements from increased mobility, pain relief, decreased swelling, and decreased morning stiffness. So if you're somebody that like wakes up and you're just like, oh my gosh, my body won't move in the morning, you might want to think about getting ginger on board for your body. I think it's so cool. Like, just this beautiful herb, this beautiful plant that you can put into your food is this amazing medicine that can alleviate pain that you may have been dealing with for so long. Ginger also acts as a great anti-nausea agent. So it's been used a lot for pregnant women, though it's not advised to take excessive amounts of ginger if you are pregnant. Maybe try some candied ginger or a lighter version of ginger. But there have been multiple studies that showed women in their first trimester suffering from extreme nausea and vomiting found great relief through taking ginger internally. They were taking 250 milligrams 4 times a day for this particular study that I was looking up. It's also great for motion sickness. It has been reported to be even more effective than Dramamine, which is pretty cool. There have been quite a few studies done with that. Like one of them, they took 18 females, 18 males. All of these people had traditionally had extreme seasickness or motion sickness, and they divided them up into 3 groups. One of the groups they gave the placebo, one of them they gave powdered ginger root, and one of them they gave Dramamine. And then they would like blindfold them and spin them around in this crazy mechanical chair that was kind of designed to be like a motion sickness simulator. And the people that took the placebo were like, stop, let me off this ride, or vomited within 1.5 minutes. The people with the Dramamine took 3.5 minutes, and the people with the ginger, 5.5 minutes, consistently across the board. So it's just a fascinating study. Like, here's this medicine that they've made, and that's the thing about Dramamine is it affects your central nervous system, whereas the ginger actually affects the gastrointestinal tract. So it slows down the feedback interaction between your stomach and the nausea center in your brain, and it absorbs and neutralizes your gastrointestinal hormones, toxins, and acids. So instead of messing with your entire nervous system, it's your gut doing its work and sending the right messages, which I think is straight awesome. So I know I have mentioned already that ginger is really great for warming up the digestive system and preventing stagnation in digestion. So when you get those, I'm bloated and I'm full and I'm yucky kind of feelings, ginger can be a great friend. It can help alleviate constipation if you don't poop at least 1 time a day. Yes, 1 time a day. 1 to 3 is even better as long as they're healthy poops and it's not diarrhea style. Really, really nice. If you feel like heavy and sluggish after meals, get more ginger on board. And ginger is also great for promoting healthy gut bacteria. It's great for killing off bad pathogens within your body, trying to invade your body. And It's great for your taste buds. Did I mention that part? It's food, it's medicine, it's beautiful, and it's readily available to us, which is what is so important. I think that today we all get so overwhelmed with, oh, take this and oh, take that and oh, this and that and that. But really, it's as simple as bringing these things into your food and your daily life. That's it. That's all we have to do. So make some rice, add some ginger powder on it. Make a cup of herbal tea with a couple of slices of ginger root in it. Make a delicious salad dressing with ginger and some sesame oil and some garlic, another great gut-loving, warming herb that is so beneficial for you. And we're going to get into the capsule form or liquid form in just a moment. I'm actually heading right into it, so it's a nice segue for you. So yeah, next I was going to talk about different ways you can take ginger. One, I'm going to start out with organic. Get organic ginger. Hey, Marcy, good to see you in here. One, it's better for our planet. So that's a huge thing for me. Everything I do behind teaching people about herbal medicine is to inspire people to take better care of our planet by taking better care of themselves. Two, if you're trying to do all the things to improve your gut health, don't put more toxins into your body via pesticides, herbicides, and whatever other things you can do. Carrie, I love that you cook with so much ginger when you do Asian food, and I really hope that you've learned a few things already about ginger and just your gut health. Ginger is so amazing for so many other things than gut health, but I am really speaking a lot about our gut health because your immune health is based on your gut health. Your brain function has a major thing to do with your gut health, and your mood and your skin. If you're not able to address the root cause, you're going to have continuous issues. You're going to have continuous inflammation. You cannot dump all of the herbs onto your body and say, work herbs, you're anti-inflammatory, if you keep fueling the fire of inflammation by pouring on more of whatever it is causing inflammation in your body. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Yes, herbs can be super helpful, but it's really your diet that is everything. So that's that. Organic ginger, you can take it powdered, you can take it fresh. To answer your question, I'm not a huge fan of capsules. I like to see the plants I'm working with. I like to touch them. I like to smell them. I like to experience them and build a bit of a relationship with them. You know what I mean? Because there's so much more than just like, take this for this. And it has been shown that the fresh juice of ginger can be significantly more potent than the dried because it's got the fresh enzymes that are very active in their whole bunch of medicinal compounds. So, and they have such high amounts of those compounds that you don't have to take a ton of ginger to have great medicinal benefits. It's said that about 1 gram of powdered ginger is going to equal 10 grams of fresh ginger. So that fresh ginger is heavier. You've got your skin on there, you've got the water and the moisture in there, but it's also so much more potent and delicious and easy to cook with. Carrie over on Facebook says she does find a difference when she's been cooking a lot of Vietnamese type cuisine, and she found ginger in that cooking is kind of garlic. You just can't, kind of like garlic, I believe is what she's saying. Can't have too much ginger and garlic. I'm in. I like it. Some people might find it to be too hot and too spicy, so that is something to definitely be cautious of when dealing with ginger. Back to the 1 gram of powdered ginger equaling about 10 grams of fresh, that's about 1/3 of an ounce, and about a 1/4 inch slice of ginger, just a teeny tiny bit. It really doesn't take much at all to have some great medicinal benefits. And there's so many fun ways you can get it into your body. If you're into smoothies and juices, toss a chunk of ginger in there. It's going to be great, and you're going to get those benefits. Try a fermented ginger. Ginger's already doing a great job with your healthy gut bacteria, but if you ferment it, it's going to do even more to introduce more healthy gut bacteria, which is friggin' awesome. Maybe some maple syrup with some ginger in a nice sweet potato and make a really nice, delicious mash of that goodness, super flavorful and so rich in beta carotene and so many other great things going on with that combo. You can do pickled ginger, you can do candied ginger, you can use the heck out of ginger in your stir fries and your rices. Make golden milk. I did a live on golden milk yesterday. So if you want to learn a little bit about how to make golden milk, you can check out yesterday's live, both on Facebook and in Instagram. Golden milk is amazing and has so many medicinal benefits to it as well. You can also take ginger as a tincture. So ideally, you're going to tincture the fresh root of ginger. You'd want to do about a 1-to-2 ratio and about 60% alcohol. And to take that as a therapeutic dose, you're going to do about 1-to-2 milliliters 3 times a day. I do caution you in using the tincture specifically for your gut because it is alcohol based. And while I take plenty of tinctures, if you're really, really working hard in the gut world, you might want to consider that, especially because ginger is drying already and alcohol is drying. Make some food, make it delicious one way or another. However, if you are somebody, to answer your question, if you're still there, if you're somebody who hates the taste of ginger, capsules are your jam. Like there's no harm in that. Friend on Facebook saying, hi, I can't see who you are because I'm using this software called StreamYard. And if you don't allow StreamYard to see you on Facebook, I don't get to see you either. So I don't know who you are, but I'm so happy you're here. Oh, it's Terisha. Yay. I have an inside scoop on that. So there are some cautionary things to think about when using ginger. Yay. I'm so glad you're here, Terisha. Like I was just saying, it's super warming and it's really drying. So if you're somebody who runs hot all of the time, or maybe your hair and your skin and your nails are dry all the time, or you just feel like you're always thirsty, you might not want to overdo the ginger scene. Ginger can be overconsumed in pregnancy, so be very cautious of that. Maybe try and do some weaker amounts of ginger if you're using it for nausea during pregnancy, which it is incredibly effective for. You could try candied ginger. You can just make a nice mild tea of ginger. I love a fresh ginger root tea with a little bit of cinnamon, maybe a dash of maple syrup in there. It's absolutely delicious. It's so great that medicine is so yummy. I kind of nerd out on that, and my excitement really goes crazy in that department. So maybe you'll get to that point in life where you nerd out like I do. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just the one that nerds out in all the major ways. And then if you're on blood thinning medications, you'll want to consult with your doctor about using ginger, especially when you are using it for medicine. Trisha says she used ginger during pregnancy and it was awesome for her nausea, which is friggin' stellar. So yeah, that's kind of what I was talking about for ginger overall. Just for those of you guys that don't know already, I've been doing a lot of talks on gut health. I've got one coming on Thursday at 4 o'clock, all about using plantain for gut health, which is one of my absolute favorite herbs. And I'm not talking the banana, I am talking Plantago major, and it is, again, hands down, one of my all-time favorite herbs. And we're going to talk about how you can use it to help your gut health on Thursday at 4 o'clock. I will be in these same locations that you are finding me in. I'm doing a lot of talk about gut health because I want to inspire you guys to start taking better care of yourselves so that we can all collectively take better care of the planet. And we can do that through using plants and food as medicine. We can do that. And I want to help you learn to do that. And in order to do that really effectively, we need to start at the root and start where all of it begins. And that's in our gut, which is also our brain and our immune system. I was saying in the beginning of this chat that there's over 100 million neurons in your digestive system, which is just as many as in your lower brainstem, which is freaking crazy. And over 60 to 70% of all of your immune cells live in your gut. So with all of the illness and crazy viruses passing around our world, our gut health is so stinking important. And if you're dealing with random skin issues and rashes, or you're irritable, or you're tired all the time and you just want to go to bed, or you are dealing with constipation, or you're always crampy and bloated and gassy and you don't freaking know why, it typically begins in the gut. And so February 2nd, I'm starting a bunch of free workshops where we're going to talk about leaky gut. I know it's a popular buzzword everywhere, so I want to address exactly what it is, so you guys like really get down and know what's going on in your body, because it can be so empowering to know what's happening in your body, so that you want to make the necessary changes that can be really awesome. Because again, everything I talked about today is yummy, right? Making those changes can be delicious and can be super, super fun. So yes, February, I'm doing a workshop. You can sign up for it. It's all about leaky gut and how you can use herbs to help heal it. It's going to be fun. I'm going to teach you about really what's going on in your body and how you can use herbs to help your body along. And then later in February, I'm starting another course where we're going to do a much deeper dive than these little guys I'm talking with you about, where we're going to really get into different herbs that you can use for gut health, so that you can then feel really confident when somebody in your family has a tummy ache, or when somebody in your family is constipated all the time. Or you can think about when somebody's dealing with rashes. I get people all the time, I've got eczema, Mel. What do I need to do? Well, it all begins in the gut, and you need to address it, is what you need to do. Anyways, those are coming in February. I can drop a link in the comments for those of you that want to join me in the workshop. It's free, leaky gut, and how you can use herbs to heal it. I would love, love, love to have you there. It's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to walk away smarter, and you're going to have some good insight as to how you can use food and plants as medicine to make you more better. So before we go, if any of you have any questions, let me know. I'm here for you. I will do my darndest to answer. And if I can't answer now, I will find the answer for you. And really, I want to keep teaching you guys about how to use herbs and plants in a safe and effective way that is backed by experience and science, so that you are making wise decisions. I know that there's a lot of crap out there. Hey, Trisha, it is great to see you here, and I can't wait to connect with you over on Clubhouse. Let's do a room over there. Let's talk some herbs. We must do it. Yeah, I just want to inspire more people to use plants and herbs safely, effectively, because I don't want you to think herbs don't work, because they do. You just have to know how to use them, and use them well, and use them right, and the right ones for you and your body, which is different than somebody in your same household even. So anyways, you guys are beautiful. Kirsten, I'm so happy you got to show up for another live. I'm glad these are working out for you. Our next live session is on Thursday, 4 o'clock. We're talking about plantain for gut health. And then I got a new podcast out today. I haven't announced it to anybody, but those of you here on the live, what did I talk about on this podcast? It was warming up your digestive fire. Yeah, getting your digestive fire all revved up. So hopefully you guys can tune into that. I'd love to have you there. And I'm really, really grateful you guys showed up for this live. So thank you so much. And I wish you a magnificently beautiful day. And message me if you want the link, or maybe I'll just drop it in the comments. Bye.